Hey guys, what's up? So I'm gonna do a reading. I'm not doing zodiacs right now. I still need to finish the Scorpio though one. Yep, that's what we're saying. I'm on vacation right now. I'm going home today, thank God. I miss my baby boy, but I've been trying to keep up with doing these, so I'm gonna do a reading for anybody whose name begins with the letter B. Also, all my clothes are in the other room and my mother's sleeping, so I can't go in there. And it's hot, and I wish I could take off my pants, but I don't want the kids coming in here. Yeah. Yeah, so we're doing that. You can do any of these letters, any of these readings. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to actually be only the letter B. If it resonates with you, then it's yours. It's timeless regardless. If your middle name, last name, first name, doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I just figured it would be something new besides all readers just doing collective readings and geez, everybody seems like they have that there. Or zodiac ones. So, all right. So we're going to do something called the Star Oracle reading. So what it is the first card represents the letting go, what needs to be let go. The second one is calling in, wow. Whose was this? It was either the letter M or the letter D. I don't know. Third one is creation. Fourth one, no. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so first one is let go of. I don't even know if I'm going to use those, just it was a storyline. And I was like, okay, this makes sense. So, all right, first one is let go. Second one is call in. Third one is create. Fourth one is nurture. Is it? And fifth one is outcome. Is it creation and nurture or nurture and creation? I'm going to do creation and nurture because that's what I think it is. Okay. Okay, so first one is let go of. So it's the battle queen, right? Amazon queen, but it represents battle. Okay, so with that being the let go card, what I'm going to say is there's been a battle that you've been fighting between yourself, maybe with like an older version of you and like a newer version of you. And you've been very devoted to this battle. And it's kind of saying like, let go. This battle isn't for you anymore. You've already fought it. Like there's enough. Like you've fought enough. You know what I mean? Cause when it says like letting go of a battle, it can be finally realizing like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I don't want to keep battling. I don't want to keep fighting with myself. I don't want to keep fighting with other people. I don't want to keep fighting against myself. Like being a devoted warrior of the universe kind of like means like taking on the world, taking on other people's battles without us even really knowing it. Or being devoted to something that is causing trouble, chaos. It could be an aspect of yourself that is creating it, like you're too kind, so you care about people and you don't want them to be hurt, so you stay in situations or relationships so they don't get hurt, like something like that. Like you battle, you know, whatever. But you could have subconsciously felt like you were always having to battle against something, whether yourself, somebody else, circumstances, addictions, to beliefs, to emotions, to circumstances, obviously addictions, substances. But there's been a battle. I feel like you have to fight, like, for the universe, like fighting, like, as a light worker, you know what I mean? Like fighting for justification for others, but you don't do it for yourself. Like, I feel like just a battle is a battle between you, battling even for the life you want, when you don't have to do that. You just have to, it's like you battle against yourself for other people to be happy and not fight for you. Does that make sense? So letting go of the battle, right? That's what's going to end up calling in equality, right? So being able to let go of the battle, whether it's against you, if you feel like you have to fight for the world, you have to fight for other people, you have to fight for somebody, you have to fight for a situation or a relationship, letting that go and just going with the flow of everything is going to bring in balance. Not only balance in between you, your emotions, your tug of war within yourself, your thoughts, your beliefs, your life, but also in your relationships, which is what I think it is that you battle with the most. You could have had a really toxic environment growing up, or adult relationships in general, or saw and viewed relationships as a certain way when they're not supposed to be that way, from growing up and seeing it in your environment, your parents, your caregivers, your sisters, your brothers, their relationships, marriage, anything, right? So even when I said, what did I say? When you let go of the battle, it's gonna level out your emotions or something. I remember saying it and then saying to myself, like equality, like balance. You could be dealing with Sagittarius or Gemini. Right? Like, so once this battle is let go of, I think it's a battle within yourself of what's right and wrong. I think you've been battling, like, what's right and wrong. Like, I don't know, maybe you might feel like guilty for not fighting for somebody else because it will hurt their feelings, or other people in general, and putting an end to that and caring about yourself more. Because 6 is the Lover's card in tarot, and this is number 6. So she could even be like fighting for love, but it could be like love for herself, like putting herself first, right? Because if you look at her arms, they're like that, and her legs are crossed too. So it's kind of like she's like bound in a way. And the thing that sticks out to me is the fact that the colors are like red, yellow, and orange of her bracelets, which are the last 3 lowest chakras, which are the root, the sacral, and the solar, which are lower vibrational. Root is usually your security, your safety, your trauma, where your trauma lies the most. Then you have your sacral, which is emotions, relationships, sexuality. And then you have your solar plexus, which is like who you are, like how your self-worth, like your power, you know what I mean? Like that. So it's like she's bound to that kind of reality and having a tug of war with herself. Yeah, see, like her eyes are red. She has red paint around them. It's kind of like she's been blinded by her trauma. But there's like, it's wanting to seep out. She could have felt silenced and not being heard. But once that's let go of, better relationships and equality, reciprocal give and take relationships are going to come in, okay? It could be like day and night that this happens and everything just starts rushing in. If that does start happening and it seems weird, that's the energy that's going to be coming in if this happens. So if you all of a sudden have all these random different people or past people come in and it's like, you're like, what the heck is going on? It's because you let go of something that you were battling with within you, which is a reflection of something that you were dealing with without of you. But the reason why I'm saying that also is with the battling with between like knowing what's wrong and what's wrong and right? It's like, because when we don't feel safe making our own decisions because of when we were children, everybody else made our own decisions for us, right? So we have no say. So our parents could put us, or whoever, it doesn't have to be your parents, could have put you in dangerous predicaments where it's hard for you to make your own decisions because it's like, you know what's wrong and right, but like you don't at the same time, like you don't know which way to go. But like, it's like you're so used to doing the trauma, like the wrong, and following that, which is comfortable, that the unfamiliar is what's the way to go. So it's like difficult to do the right thing because of the tug of war, the battle between you with you and your old self, because now you've came to a point where it's like, you know better, right? Which has always been a give and take relationship within yourself. Like you haven't given to yourself, you're always giving away, and give and take, you know, you're letting people take from you when you give. But again, that can just be a survival mode of wanting to feel wanted, loved, back, abandonment, which also comes from childhood, which is the trauma, right, around her, in her eyes. It's seeing through the trauma, seeing through the beliefs that are limiting to your well-being and freedom, you know? So what is gonna be created is home. Oh, wait. So Lovers, so 6 is coming out of like a situation kind of, in this card. To me, that's what it tells me. So like 6, this is telling me, coming out of a tough time, tough period, and into a better one, right? And you could have also had a rebirth, and the rebirth could have been what ended up making you get into this energy of letting go, right? And this is going to bring you into more of a stable foundation that you're going to be able to build over for yourself. But once this is all figured out, taken care of, you know, good to go, during this time period as well, while you're letting go of the battle between yourself, there could be some people or things that you considered to be your home. And I don't mean like being like home is where the heart is, and you know, if you're married or in a relationship that's good and you're like, you know, I feel at home with them, like that's fine, like whatever. But with this, it could be toxic relationships or depending on people to be your home, your other half, your cup of tea, apple of your eye. I'm just kidding. What is the song? Perfect. It's like, you are the peanut butter to my, no, you're the peanut butter to my jelly, the smoke to my cigar, something like that. I love that song. I don't know. It's like too perfect. I don't know. I don't remember. Now it's going to be like broad and stuck in my head. I want to say this. So balancing out the battle between yourself of good, bad, evil, whatever you want to say, okay, is what's going to kind of, I know this sounds bad, but it's here her legs are opening more. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's spreading her legs. I'm sorry. I don't mean it like that, but like, it's opening up. You know what I mean? Like, it's opening up to home. But the thing is that, like, her arms are still closed, which is still, and this card I'm going to say is harnessing her own power. Learning to love herself more. Because 7, it's the most spiritual number. And I like that this is the number 7 because it's called the temple. And the temple is, you know, God. Like, that's your temple is your body, right? So it's finding home within you. Like, you are your home. Like, you don't need somebody else to make you feel at home. Like, you can feel at home by yourself and not need to depend on somebody else to feel at home or, you know, whatever. So you're residing more within yourself. You could be taking time right now to yourself, solitude, isolating, you know, and this says, like, I'm a devoted warrior, right? This is the mystic magic. I weave my magic and surrender to the universe. So when you also fight out your battle, you know, into this reciprocal, it's like you're going to use some kind of magic, some kind of power that you have that you don't use or you don't let out or people don't know about, right? But it's kind of like, boom, boom, like, then here we go, like, you know, but it's coming out of a place of loving, learning to love. What's the number? 3. And you could start collaborating with people that also have some kind of magical talent, and like-minded people that are new, you know. But the love is of yourself it's what you've been not looking at. You've been looking more towards the battle, right? And away from love. And when you let yourself foster out new see? It's like you had to hit yourself out of rebirth. Oh, wait. Yeah. Once you get the battle out, right, and you focus on love, what's going to happen is you're going to start having these relationships, this balance, give and take within yourself, because you're going to love yourself. You're going to realize you are loved. You are loved. This is like the Empress card. So fertility, birthing new ideas, showing up for sacred assignments, spiritual assignments, knowing that you're loved and supported totally and that you do the same for others, right? But once the love is focused on, that's when the reciprocal relationships and being at home within yourself is going to come about, right? That's when it starts being focused, like the relationships and the feeling at home comes from the energy of feeling love for yourself, right? So nurturing is glow, which the reason why I was like, well, her legs are open, but then they're opening a little bit, but her arms are still like that. So I'm like, it's kind of like she's going to have to harness her own power to feel fully in her power, in her, stance of power, whatever. taking back her power from things that she gave away to other things that were home to her, right? So nurturing your glow is, this reminds me of the shame card, but it's not. It's more, I no longer dim my light and I shine bright for all to see. You could have let people dim your light lately or your whole life, which could have also been a battle to let yourself be seen with this magic, right? That was holding you back from seeing your love, which also, again, oh, look, this is number 4, which is the Empress, right? Which is like what I said. This is number 4, which is like the Empress, right? I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. All right. Anyways, you could be pregnant, or you're gonna be, or you're trying to be. Oh, it's called birth too. Your glow, nurturing your glow is gonna help you nurture your passions. It's gonna bring you into a glow up of love, because you're gonna start loving yourself. You're gonna find your home within you. So it's not gonna be a battle to find that anymore. And you're gonna learn in yourself. You're gonna learn more about yourself, like the naked truth kind of thing. I'm not even gonna say what I just thought. So, it's bringing you more into a learning period about yourself and what it is you want and what is right for you and what's wrong for you in a way that does not work for you. It's not suited for you. It doesn't benefit you anymore. It doesn't help you in your life. It's reached its point, right? Like, it's time to do things differently. So nurturing you and focusing on you and your glow up is what's gonna birth new opportunities for you, new meetings with new people, finding out more about yourself and your passions. And once that happens, there's gonna be some kind of access to unlimited access to a divine mind. It's like an infinite. You could also be getting into a relationship or just meeting people that are like-minded like you. But there's like an infinite abundance of new, right? She like looks all sexy and promiscuous. Like she's up to something, right? This is 6. There's a lot of 6s. There's a lot of like love. Or love just in general, right? So this glow up is going to bring in this infinite love type relationship even. Now, passion is 11, which is 2. That's like a relationship, like duality. That can be yin and yang. That can be 2 different choices. That can be 2 different ways to go, 2 different, you know what I mean? Or it can be 2 people coming together. And you do have, where is it? The magic card is number 3. So it's kind of like, by using your magic to get this battle to go away will bring in love of reciprocal relationships, love for your feeling love for yourself again, new assignments, fruitful assignments that come to life, finding home within yourself, and nurturing that, your glow, and, you know, what I just said, nurturing the home and everything like that is going to bring you to your passions. The passions, it all comes from the stem of using your magic, is being you, the glow up, right? You no longer hide from the light and you let yourself be you. You let the magic out. But it's 3. So in my eyes, it's looking at like 2 to 3. Do you know what I mean? Like, so you found your passions, or there's going to be something, a crossroad or a decision that you need to make that's going to lead you into a surrendering state of letting yourself be yourself and weaving magic into the universe, showing your true self. But it could also be somebody that comes into the picture that brings you this motivation to be more like yourself, or use the talents and gifts that you have to create and foster reciprocal relationships. But this could be one specific person, okay, that you're very passionate about, or they bring out your passions, or you're passionate about the same thing. Like, you know, again, it could be about family, or maybe you want a baby, who knows. But at the end of the day, 9 is the number right before 10, which is completing a cycle, right? So it's once this glow up comes, it's number 9 in numerology. You add the 2, you know, whatever. It's number 9. So this glow up is coming. There's an intention behind the glow up, though. You might be at a point where you're like, okay, I'm done not using my gifts. I'm done not knowing who I am completely. And this person that comes in, if there is, or these relationships that come in, are going to help you see that. They're going to help you see you're not being your authentic self. And there's so much more to you that you either don't know yet, or you do know, or you have an intuitive knowing or whatever, but you just might not actually believe it. But that's where it's like, you have to learn to love yourself and find the home within you. Because if you can't do that, how are you going to know and have an intention of knowing what to go towards? Because you have a story to tell. And it's like, you're the narrator of your life, right? But since now, people have been telling your story for you, and they've been telling people what kind of person you are and who you are and this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, it's kind of like you're sitting back, and that's going to be another thing, like a battle with showing who you really are out of feeling judged or embarrassment. And it could be embarrassment out of like people not believing, or you just feel embarrassed that you have these talents and gifts. You never know. It's different with everybody. But there's an intention. And from this battle that you've been through, you have this intention of telling your story. Like, you have a story to tell. And it's like, now, since now, up until this glow up, right? It could be a struggle. But look. The battle is looking at the glow up, kind of. And the glow up is looking through the mirror, but through the mirror is the intent. Do you get it? So like, it's like the battle, once the battle is let go of and the glow up is nurtured, it's looking away from the battle into the mirror of who she really is, into her story, the intention of telling her story, in doing things, in putting energy into intentions of what it is you want, in knowing a direction to go towards, rather than just kind of being like every day, like, okay, what happens is what happens, and that's what we're going to go to, and not making any intentions of how you want to create your reality, right? The light just flickered. So yeah, that's coming to a realization. So the outcome is radiance, right? And 16 is 7 again. So finding your home within yourself and creating that is going to be your spiritual direction that's inspiring your creative flow, right? That's creation, that's Maya, that's beginning, which is going to bring you number 2, which is your passion, which number 3 is, you know, they're going together. They're going that way. But the thing that's cool about this is that these, it's equality, balance, you know, give and take. Because he's kind of giving it and taking it. Like, he's putting it out there and giving it, but, like, he's, I don't know. You could be, like, dimension, like, different dimensions, or quantum leaping, or timeline jumping. You might be a very angelic person, spirit, soul, that people have been lying about you being. And this could be about collaborating with some people, too, or specific people. Right? So, shooting for the stars, knowing radiance, joy, happiness is your birthright. And that could be what this battle is. You could have been told your whole life, like, you have to work for happiness. You have to work for what it is you want. And you can't get it until you right? And it's like, no, you don't. You just have to know your worth. You have to know that you're supposed to be happy in this world, right? They're both going. They're both going. And that's what's across from it, technically. Technically, it's across from that. Like, going towards more equal, going towards balance, stability, right? But this all came from your inner temple, right? Your inner temple, your home inside of you is where you learn the shadow, in the isolation, in the seclusion, in the solitude, the learning about yourself, the life lessons, right? And that's also too, learning your shadow and learning the life lessons within yourself, your temple, in the most spiritual way. Number 7 is what found your radiance. Number 7. Through the conflict of interest, or whatever it was that brought a rebirth. Because there was no balance. The battle was fought also with love, infinite abundance, divine mind, right? Stability, opportunities. Wanting to tell your story, intention, through glow up, which passion and life lessons came from, which brings the creation, right? But it's like these two go together. These two go together because it's 2 and 2. So it's like the passion, the life lessons is what she looked at through her passion, right? And then this is number 7. Oh, wait, look. And it's witchcraft. So it's kind of like your crap. Attract a steady flow of abundance. This is 7. The visionary, awake, with an intuitive perspective. I see the bigger picture. See, that's what I mean. I want this one. This is also 2, because it's 9 plus 2, which is 11, which is 2. So expression, I express my intuition with self-confidence and love. Exactly. This is the perfect card for an overall energy that you could use in the entire deck. Kind of have the same kind of hair too. I know hers is down, but like if you, oh, never mind. I was thinking of a different one. Well, she kind of has it. And she's looking towards her home, which is her inner self, which is where she learned life lessons, which is where she learned her expression, right? I just want to, starlight was at the bottom, her inner vision, knowing the bigger picture. Maybe you are already you already have some kind of intention to what you want to be, who you want to be, what you know you are, you know. And now you're just like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it once and for all. I'm going to work towards it. I'm going to do it. And relationships could have been the thing that drove you to do it. And there could have been, you know, one specific person that brought you to it. And they could have helped you realize that you are somebody that's different than others, and you are going to co-create your vision with them, or create your own story, because it's it. Like, you create the story you want to tell about your life. So who better, sorry, my phone, whatever. But like, yeah, who better to create your story for you than you? What is it you want, right? You want your dream. What is your dream? Your expression. Who you want to show up in, who you want to show up as in the world, right? Wish upon a star your dreams come true. Maybe you thought that your dreams were never going to be able to come true. Maybe you didn't think you even had any dreams. Maybe you didn't even know what to dream of. Number 3, collaboration. Seeing the truth of your dream, right? The finale. This always reminds me of pregnancy too. After the storm, I emerge a shiny star. Yeah, star. Yeah, see the life lessons when you went within yourself to the temple. You rose out of the ashes, phoenix rising from reflection. And you are now a teacher and can help other people. And you have the self-knowledge to move forward into this new beginning, right? Number 1. And open your senses to feel delicious pleasure and passion. Again, lift off. But the only reason why I took this one is because it's 10, which is completing a cycle, which is also number 1, which I said 1, 2, 3 on the camera, which is number 1, which is a new beginning, which is what is divinely guiding you. Healing. Inner child is whole. And number 6, love. All right, guys. Love you. Bye.